Well, I really don't even know where to start today, YouTube. I've got so much to talk about, I could probably ramble on for about an hour. So, I guess I'll figure out what's important. But right now, my plan is to work on the wood chipper for quite a while. I've got, as far as I know at this point, an entire Sunday to work on it. We'll see. Being Sunday, I'll probably pace myself and take a lot of breaks and not actually work on it, just play with it. And I'm getting over a cold that I had. Oh, it was a bad cold. I haven't had a cold that bad in a long time. As in like a few years. So, yeah, I'd really like to get on this wood chipper. My plan for the wood chipper today, and I almost hate to make plans for this wood chipper anymore, is to see if I can get the frame, the chassis built for it, and get it up on wheels so I can roll this thing in and out of the shop, or at least roll it around the shop right now. That would be huge if I could do that, because as is, this thing is just sitting on my welding table here and this area, and it's just a clutter mess and it's irritating me. Also, I'd like to remind everybody that I'm doing this wood chipper build in a vlog style, real time. I'm trying to work on a little bit every week, but lately I've been so busy I haven't. But anyway, can't ramble. The point is, it's a vlog style, so it's completely different than my other builds. This project is actually not done. I have a hard and fast rule that I almost always follow, that I do not upload a video about a project until it is done. I have that project done before I upload it, because you never know when you're going to hit a hang up and you just can't get it done for months or something. So that's why I really don't like doing these Project Tuesday series, because sometimes life just gets in the way and I can't get to them in a timely fashion. But that's the whole joy of it. Also, I'm going to talk a lot more in these videos, I think, because it's a vlog. I'm just kind of letting you know what's going on in my life. It's just kind of a documentary of a diary, a journal, whatever you want to call it, of what's going on. It's just kind of more, supposed to be more, a little more personal. It's kind of how I want to do these Project Tuesday series. But I really didn't think I'd get delayed on this one this long. So, two things. It's a vlog, so completely different style of this than how I do my other videos. And also, I keep getting asked why I'm working on a generator for the wood chipper. I did go over that in one of the first couple of videos. I don't remember which one it was. That's a long time ago. It's hard to keep track of this stuff. There are so many YouTube channels out there to watch that keeping track of who does what. I totally understand if you don't remember why I'm doing something. So feel free to ask again if you have any questions. It's not going to hurt my feelings to, and if a whole bunch of people are asking the same question, then obviously it needs to be covered again, right? But point being, I'm putting a generator on here largely because I have the generator. I've always wanted to put an engine on this head again and get it going. It's a great little head. I really like this generator. It's only like a 4,000 watt, but it's very useful for a lot of little things around the farm, just here and there. And I got to thinking, on a wood chipper it'd be really nice, because so many times during the winter it's dark out. So I thought it'd be really nice to at least have a work light to see by. I don't know how much I'd actually do in the dark with a wood chipper. It makes me a little bit nervous. But so it'd be nice to have a work light on there. I really want to run an electric chainsaw off of this to do all the cutting, because I've got the gas engine going for this. Why have a gas chainsaw going too? Have I talked long enough yet? I'm gonna do a lot of talking. You know what I should do with all this talking? Is I should show you the build and just do the voiceover of me rambling on as I'm building the frame for this thing. That's a good idea. So by making a CAD, and CAD I mean chalk assisted drawing, I figured out that my frame can be 2 foot 3 inches wide, and using these implement tires I can still get inside 4 foot. And the reason I want to be less than 4 foot is because the four-wheeler will fit through a 4 foot opening. Therefore, I'd like to have the wood chipper go wherever the four-wheeler can go. So yeah, I'm gonna have to put the generator in really close to the engine there, but I think in that little part of the world that'll work. And I'm hoping that I can get the generator pulley and the pulley on the engine to fit inside that frame still. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that, but the pulley on the engine looks like it'll fit. Because if I go out to where that filter is to the pulley, it looks like plenty of room there. And I'm hoping the generator will end up being the same way, that that pulley will clear inside, no problem. I want to use this electric clutch to power the wood chipper though, because if I'm using the generator, like just for a power plant to power the house or a tool somewhere or whatever, I'd like to be able to shut off the wood chipper while that's going. There's no need to have both running. So I'm not quite sure how that belt and pulley system is going to work. So yeah. And I was thinking about using that square tubing for the frame that I used for the base of the cattle loading chute. I have some of that left over. I thought that would work really well on here, but now I'm kind of wondering if I shouldn't go with angle iron, because then I could have a flange to mount something and it wouldn't be in the way of the pulleys and stuff. So I think I might go look around and see if I have some angle iron real quick. I have this nice chunk of 3.5 by 2.5 by 1/4 inch angle iron, which I think will be awesome for this frame. Most of it. Most of the frame anyway, the main part of the frame. And I hope this shows up on camera, but can you see down there? Oh, right there, the bottom. Yeah, right in that area, it's bowed. I'm assuming that's why I got this angle iron. I probably got a hell of a deal on it because it was bent. But I think there is still enough in here to use, and even maybe you can cut around that bend, you know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure I have enough here, because I need to, depending on how I do it, let's see, there's 8 foot, and the two sides are going to be 4 foot, so that's enough right there. And I'm sure the two pieces that are 2'3", they could probably have a little bit of a bow in it, and I'd be all right. Huh? I assume so. There's most of the pieces laying there. Everything seems to kind of halfway line up. So I'll probably start spot welding everything together. I took a long break. Ugh. It's Sunday. I don't like to push myself too hard on Sundays. Actually, I had a really, really long week anyway. I must have left my argon on, because when I got done welding the chute, it was over 1,000 psi. Whoops.
Thinking backwards. Ha! Oh, go me. Wow. It's spot on, like exactly. Can't believe that. A little off inside there though, but well, I don't believe that. Huh. Yeah, it is exactly 55 1/4 from corner to corner. Like, it couldn't be more exact. It's amazing. I debated for quite a while how I was going to put this frame together. I thought about 45ing the corners off of the angles and putting them together. And then I decided if I flip one over this way and one the other way, as you can see I did it there, that it'll allow for more bracing later on if this thing has twist in it. If I need to make it more rigid so it doesn't, twist, I can plate across this corner and add another strap iron across the top of this angle iron, like put a plate here and make corner gussets. If I need it, we'll see how it goes. But I don't know, I thought that'd be an easy way to do it without taking the time to miter the corners and get it all fitting together perfectly. It'll just fit together perfectly naturally. Okay, so I am just spot welding this together for now. That is all I'm doing with it. Or tack welding, whatever you want to call it. And because I want to make sure this is going to fit inside the axle. The next step is to actually put together the two spindles and make an axle out of it. That's pretty decent heat settings. I like that. People always ask me, what's your welder set for? I always hate giving out my welder settings because I fiddle with them so much, you know, and honestly I think my wire speed feed is going out on my welder because I swear I never set it the same twice. But just since everybody's asking, right now I am running at, oh, what is that? Looks like a little under 325 inches per minute, and it looks like 23 volts. I put those two welds on there on the top because I felt like the spindles needed to be pulled up a little bit to get them square. I'm going to actually spot weld the other corners in, and that's it. And I'll take it off of there, put the tires on, and turn it and see how bad it is. Yep. Pretty sure some wall will do it. Dang. Grease circuit. No. The wrong way tonight. Jeez, I hate these things. I hate that they use these wheel bolts instead of studs and nuts on there. Oh, that was irritating. Throw the sink right there. Yeah, sink here. I think, and I'm going to be really curious to see if the camera agrees with me or if I was looking at it backwards, but I think the side that I marked with an X will be up. If I put that up, that'll make the tires closer together on the bottom. And I think it'll be close enough for this wood chipper. I really hope so. I really don't know how close it needs to be, honestly. Like if this was a trailer going down the road, I would probably keep fiddling with it. But since it's just a wood chipper that's probably only ever going to get pulled behind the four-wheeler, I doubt it'll ever get pulled behind the pickup, but you never know. So I imagine this axle will be good enough that way. So I'm going to call it quits there on the axle, and I think I'm actually going to call it quits on the project for today. So thanks y'all for watching, and if you have any ideas on this wood chipper, since this is a real-time build, please let me hear it in the comments. I want to hear your ideas. So, oh, and that reminds me, I've been using my Kindle creator that I made last weekend all week, and it is a wonderful, wonderful thing. I am really enjoying it. I need to change the wedge just a little bit on it, and I think once I do that, I'm going to be very happy with the functionality of it. I don't know, the looks still bug me. A few of you say it looks fine to y'all, so we'll see if I end up changing it or not. But as far as functionality goes, it is working excellent. I am loving using it. It is so much easier than trying to split that stuff with a split and maul or something else to make kindling. Alright, thanks for watching y'all.